slides to show about my introduction. So I'm waiting for those slides to be displayed. Till the time, let me introduce you to my version of what is Lean and Six Sigma. Lean and Six Sigma is a project approach towards process improvement. Now, what is the difference between a process and a project? The process is something which is repetitive in nature, which keeps repeating again and again. So anything which you repeat again and again, like going to the office, is a process. You do it every day. And project is one-time endeavor, means it it is something which you do it once in the history of the world. It would never happen again. Something which you're doing, something which has never happened before, and something which will never happen again. That means constructing, let's say, Taj Mahal is a was a project, and similarly, starting a new department in your company is a project. Constructing now, we are talking about Lean and Six Sigma. We are talking about Lean and Six Sigma projects, which are improvement projects. So here we are looking at improving a process. And when we are looking at improving a process, we convert whatever we want to improve in our process, we convert into a project. Yeah. For example, I want to improve my production, let's say daily production, if you are for manufacturing. So if you want to improve your daily production, so today your daily production is 100 tons per day, you would like to increase it to 110 tons per day. And this should happen in the next 3 to 4 months. So typically Six Sigma projects are, they take around, say 3 months. If you're a green belt, and I'll tell you who is a green belt and who's a black belt very soon. So if you're a green belt, you take around 3 to 4 months. And if you're a black belt, you take around 6 months to 6 to 7 months to complete a project. And how would you complete the project? Lean Six Sigma teaches you the methodology to do so. So that's what Lean and Six Sigma is. And that was my version of Lean and Six Sigma. There are multiple definitions. Okay, can you tell me, as per you, what do you think is Lean and Six Sigma? If you can write in the chat box, what, as per you, is Lean and Six Sigma? You can write in the chat box. I can read your answers. Of course, you can't read each other's answers because this is webinar. So, but yeah. And my team, if you would like to, because I cannot share my screen, so should I go out and log out and log in?
Your host, can you please check it again?
No, I'm not able to share.
Then you have to log out and log in.
Yes, so sorry for that. So till that time, let us see how Lean and Six Sigma is applicable in manufacturing. And I see some people from healthcare also. So how Lean and Six Sigma is applicable in healthcare. Let us watch that, and I'll be back. Sorry for that. I'm making you the host, and I'm logging out. And I think just wanted to check, are you able to hear me? I'm still not able to share. So my team can share the yellow belt. Whoever who is able to share, if you can tell me in our team who is able to share, I'll send the
We can
presentation.
share, sir.
Yeah. But the mini tab and everything I will not be able to show, but that's fine. I will talk about it. And also, can we play the previous video? That will be better. Can we play the previous video?
I think there is an
Sorry.
audio issue. Audio is unable to share the audio.
But can our IT team solve this issue of otherwise I can, yeah. So please. Okay, so as I was telling about what is Lean and Six Sigma. So Lean and Six Sigma is project approach towards process improvement. Now, what do Lean and Six Sigma green belts and black belts do? So see, there are different belts: white belt, yellow belt, green belt, and black belt. White belts are the people who are just having a basic awareness of what Lean and Six Sigma is. Yellow belts are the ones who have seen some tools and techniques, who can demonstrate some tools and techniques, who can't do a project, but at least they understand what are the basic the methodology of DMAC: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So there are 5 phases. In the project. See, every project has a phase. And when we are talking about Lean and Six Sigma, we follow 5 phases: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So just remember DMAC: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control, which every Lean and Six Sigma project follows. So Lean Six Sigma is a project approach towards process improvement. That is one
Can
thing.
you please share screen now? Try.
Yeah, I can share. Only thing is I can't share the sound. That was the issue. So I can't share the sound, but that's okay. That's better. Yeah. So I can share the screen, but I can't share the sound. Yeah. So yes, once again, welcome to the training. And yeah, so these were the slides I was missing. I was missing during my introduction. So this is my delayed introduction. And so let me first introduce. This is our agenda, and we can start the recording, please. If you would like to start, I can.
We are live streaming, sir.
Okay. Oh, sorry. So if you want, you can stop the recording. No problems. So I just press the recording button. So in case. Yeah. So once again, welcome. And we are talking about the yellow belt training. Yellow belt training is about learning the basics of Lean and Six Sigma. And this is the agenda which we'll be following. First, I'll introduce you to the company, then about myself also a little bit. And then I will talk about Lean and Six Sigma benefits. And after that, we will look at, I'll introduce you to the basics of Lean and Six Sigma. Then I will introduce you to the DMAC, which I was talking about a short while ago: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. And then after that, applications in industry. Some of the applications, some projects. In fact, we will do a project today. In the next 2 hours, we'll do a project. So we will not only learn the tools, I'll not talk only about the tools. I'll show you the applications. And because people are from manufacturing, services, IT, healthcare, I see people are from finance, services, industries, etc. What I would do is I'll take a simple project on a process which everyone understands. So let me begin with the introduction to the company. And I just to introduce you to the organization, I'm representing Anexas, and Anexas has been around for almost 19 years. And since 2006, it has done lots of projects, lots of training programs, trained more than 150,000 black belts, green belts, etc. around the world, plus around 100,000 project management and quality related trainings, data analytics, data science, Power BI, and all the professional training programs usually the corporates are interested in. And more importantly, more than 25,000 projects have been completed by our consultants worldwide, almost all the around the world. And about myself, I graduated as a chemical engineer in 1990, and for the first 10 years I was working very hard as a chemical engineer. I did an MBA finance also, and then I was an amateur poet. Means I still am. I still write poetry in Hindi and Urdu, but that was not helping me to earn money. So one fine day, the company announced that the top 10 performers of the company, they will be nominated for black belt training program. So I was not aware of what that black belt is, but I thought because I'm the top, I thought that I was the one of the top 10 performers in the company. So I thought I would be nominated, but unfortunately I was not nominated because company did not think that I was one of the top 10 performers. So rightly so, maybe that was a fact. Everyone thinks that he's better. So, so I was not nominated, but the good thing what I saw was these 10 people who were nominated, they transformed their own departments by doing projects. They learned some brilliant data analytical tools and techniques. Now, what world is talking about? Today, we talk about machine learning and AI, etc. Let me tell you, as a green belt, black belt and master black belt, I have been conducting training programs for the last 25 years in the same fields like regression, binary logistic regression, everything what you learn in data analytics and machine learning, everything data science, what you call as the data science today, we have been teaching and applying for the last 25 years. It has got new name, today it has become like a fashion statement to be in data analytics, but that's what Lean Six Sigma is. And that's what it is, not only data analytics, but also using data analytics, improving the process. Anyway, so coming back to my story, these 10 people did some brilliant projects, and I was amazed to see the great power of Lean and Six Sigma tools and techniques. So I thought, next, when there is a next training coming up, I would be nominated for that training. But unfortunately, that second chance never came. Then I spent some money. Those days, it was very difficult to find an institute, and then a lot of money you used to spend, and very few institutes around the world used to conduct these training programs, not like today. So I spent some good money, and I attended one training program, and then went to in Paris, and then came back, and then started doing projects. And I realized that this is where I would love to be in. So as I said before you, I'm a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt, data scientist, PMP, CPHQ, with 35 years of industry experience, because now I have 1 year added. Every year I have to add 1 year, and consulted to a lot of Fortune 15 companies, 15 Fortune 100 companies, you name it, Aramco, ADNOC, the number one oil companies in the world, the best of the best banks in the world, best of the best logistics companies in the world, best Maersk, Denmark. Then we have got Deutsche Bank and Riyadh Bank. Then lots of companies, Steel Authority of India, and so manufacturing companies, best of the best theme parks in the world, Walt Disney. And then we have got Warner Brothers, Miral, you've got Ferrari World. See, Lean and Six Sigma is applicable. One of you were asking in the beginning, Lean and Six Sigma, once you become a green black belt or master black belt, which department, which industry you can join? You can choose your industry. And that's what I've been doing. I keep hopping around the world. Right now I'm in Riyadh, but I've got a permanent residence of Australia, but most of the time I'm in Middle East, in India, Europe, because most of my clients are there, along with, of course, Australia. Yeah, so this is in short about myself. I've got some photographs to share if you want to see, just to prove that I have been doing all these uh, things which I'm claiming for the last 2 minutes. But you too can achieve this and much more, because there's a lot of opportunity, huge opportunity of process improvements in every industry. So you will be learning today not only from my experience, but also from what my students have achieved, because my students are big names now in industry, CXOs. I've been teaching for the last 25 years. So my students are all very big names around the world. And it's very easy for me to get assignments now, because I have proven to them 25 years ago. But now I'm spending more time in teaching, and that's what I'm doing right now. I also take pride in telling that I conducted the first ever black belt training program in whole of Middle East in 2007, along with, of course, Europe. I have been doing for the last 25 years. Um, so yeah, photographs to prove that I've done training programs worldwide, and these are very old photographs. You know, you when you are starting young, new, you click photographs, more photographs. After that, you just give up. Yeah, I appeared on TV programs also. I'm not sure you are able to hear the audio of the video, but that's what he's telling, that uh, we had a nice time in Z Business Show, spoken in conferences, and on 21st of May, I have spoken in American Society of Quality Conferences, Indian Railways, Saudi Railways, American Railways, there are our clients, and so on and so forth. And I keep writing articles in English newspapers, Gulf News, Times of India, Hindi, and Urdu. I keep writing poetry, as I told you already. And Health Minister of Saudi Arabia, Dr. Mohammed Abdul Ali, Dr. Tarif Alama, previous minister, and everyone, like, and Indian Transportation Minister, lots of very, very big ministers, etc. They have attended our training program. So I'm the right one to teach you. And I hope you have got some confidence now that you are in safe hands. Okay, now tell me, what do you think? What is the common thread running through all these bullet points? If you can just take talk about it, or just write in the chat box. A manufacturing company improves production by 30%. A hospital reduces discharge time of patients from 3 hours to 15 minutes, and 64% reduction in recruitment time in multinational company, etc., etc. What are the common things? If you can write in the chat box, what are the common things? What do you think? Okay, so almost every one of you are right. And also one more thing. Yeah, so everyone is talking about improvement, productivity, etc. One more thing, all of them are Lean and Six Sigma black belt projects. All of them are Lean and Six Sigma projects. So what Lean and Six Sigma can do for you? And this is what many of my clients have done. I'm not going to name them, but for all of them, I have reduced the costs using Lean and Six Sigma, reduce the defects, reduce the waste, reduce the rework, reduce the cycle time, and improve the quality, production efficiency, productivity, customer satisfaction, capacity, profitability, resilience. And which CEO would not love a person who can achieve all these things? So Lean and Six Sigma, green belts and black belts are the people who are loved by the CEOs, hated by the colleagues who are not black belts, because you have got the power. You have got the power to make things happen. You can transform the department. You can solve the company's problem using the DMAC approach. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate today. And before that, very, very brief, I see a lot of, how many of you are from healthcare? I saw a lot of people from healthcare. Just write yes. Just write yes. If you are from healthcare, just write yes. So still people are around, because I thought maybe in between people, generally people join and they leave. So, so I see Rahul and Shang and Udaya and Dr. Pradeep and okay, Brenda. Okay, oh, so many of them, Aisha. Okay, so many of Tanvi. Okay, great, great, great. So then in that case, so what I'll do, when I'm giving examples, I'll try to balance. I'll see the tools and techniques are applicable to all processes, and everything is a process. Everything, whatever you are involved in your organization, in a project, and you are doing a project in a process, right? Let me explain this a little bit. So if I were to make a model, what I'm doing is I'm making a model, creating a model, giving you a model of every organization in the world, any organization in the world. Okay, what I'll do is, in order to save my time, let me, uh, I will try to pull out one of the videos from my training program so that I can, because yellow belt, we have got a limited time. I have to give you maximum information. So in such situations, usually the videos help. And obviously you will be yeah. So I hope I'm just checking with you if you are able to. Yeah, I will not share the sound, obviously, but if you can just tell me if you still hear the sound, then maybe I'll do something about it. But if you don't, that's great. So let me draw. Let me draw. This what I have done is. So think of your organization. Think of your organization. Okay. If you think of your organization, and just let me know, my team can tell me, are you hearing the background noise, background of the audio of the video? If no, that's great.
No, sir.
So, see, think of your organization. Typically, your organization is involved. Typically, your organization is involved in producing a product or a service, right? Typically, your organization is involved in producing a product or a service. And these products are produced using some inputs, and these inputs are processed through a series of steps, and they produce an output. That's what we are getting. That's what every organization is involved in. And I hope you can recognize that something like this is happening in your organization too. Now, outputs are either products or services. There is no third kind of output. So either it's products or services. Now, these products and services typically are consumed by the customers. Yeah. So we have inputs being processed through a series of process steps or departments to outputs, which are consumed by the customers. And customers would give you the feedback, and also you'll predict the demand. You'll predict the demand also. So customers will give you the feedback, and this feedback is processed by the strategic department or your planning department. Someone is there in mostly the head office. You can say the brain of your organization. They collect the feedback from the customers and also take the demand from the customers. And then what you usually do is based on the demand, you will ask the suppliers to supply the raw materials or the inputs, so that we can again convert these inputs to outputs. And this planning and strategic department, based on the feedback from the customers, may also tell the departments A, B, C, D to change the process parameters, right? So this is a typical organization. This is how a typical organization works. So You just remember supplier input process, ABCD is a process. So the planning department, the strategy department is giving inputs to suppliers and also the departments ABCD based on the feedback and also the demand predicted from the customers. And this is how every organization operates. This is how system operates. Just tell me, just write yes if you are able to correlate this with your organization. And of course, as a customers, you want to please the customer. Customer is happy. Customer is interested in the value delivered from the products and services. See, customer is not interested in the products or services. Customer is interested in the value he or she is deriving from the customers. Okay. I hope you are able to now correlate this with your organization. Now, this is known as systems map, also known as value stream mapping. This is also known as value stream mapping. It's also known as systems map and also known as value stream map. What I just created was a value stream map. And in short, in basic, we are not going into the details, but you should have a systems thinking when you are looking at your organization. When you are looking to improve something in your organization, you have to look at the systems map. You should not have a silo thinking. Silo thinking means I belong to department B, and I don't care what's happening in A or what's happening in C. And I just complete my job and I go home. So morning I'll come, I'll complete my 10 steps or whatever target is given to me. I'll complete, I'll feel happy about it, I'll leave. That's silo approach, means I'm in my own silo. But what is systems thinking? System thinking is thinking about the whole organization. Okay, so this is what. So start with this. We start with this. And based on that, there are lots of stuff, obviously, the products and services. How does the customer measure our products and services? The customers measure our products and services. How are we performing? Through a series of measures. Now, this list of measures typically are cycle time, costs, and errors or defects. Errors or defects means whatever the customer wanted, we are not providing that. That means there's an error. So customer typical measures of products or services are cycle time, cost, errors, or defects. Okay, just remember that. Now, when we have got these typical measures, in Lean Six Sigma, we call it a CTQ, critical to quality. And they are coming from customers. See, customers will give you the voices. Customer will tell you, I want everything fast. So what is the measure? Cycle time. They'll say, I want everything cheap. So what is the measure? Cost. The customer will say, I want everything as per my wish. Whatever I told you, you should deliver. That is a measure of whether I'm giving that or not. The measure of that is defects. Okay. Cycle time means cycle times means time taken to complete an activity. Like, for example, you are making a report. So time taken to complete a report is a cycle time. If you are from hospital, then time taken to treat a patient would be cycle time of patient treatment process, or time taken to discharge a patient will be patient discharge time will be the cycle time. Similarly, time taken to time taken to produce something, let's say if you're in manufacturing, you are manufacturing chocolates. So time taken to produce, say 100 tons of chocolate, whatever is the cycle time. So that's what we call it, a cycle time. Now, this is how the value is created. The stream of value, you just see, this is how the value is created. Inputs are getting converted into outputs, going to the customers, and then customers giving feedback, planning, informing suppliers. This is how the value is created. That is why it is known as value stream map. That is why it is known as value stream map. Now, with this basic understanding, let us go back. Now, when you want to improve something in your company, and when you do the systems map or value stream map, you will understand that not every step, you see, when you think that, you want to achieve something, you want to, let's say, produce chocolates. You are indulged in multiple steps. If you are treating a patient, you are indulged in multiple steps. But not every step is adding value. There are lots of non-value added activities which are taking place in your process. Just to give an example, if every step is 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, and 10 minutes, and the customer is arriving at customer is also arriving at 10 minutes, every 10 minutes, means you are getting 6 customers at a time. 6 customers at a time of your product or your service. Suppose you are in hospital, so let's say 6 patients are arriving every 1 hour, means every 10 minutes, 1 patient is arriving. If you are producing, let's say, car, let's say 6 cars are being demanded from the market every hour. Think of whatever industry you are from, that your customer demand is 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes, the customer wants your product or service. Now, if all the steps are taking 10 minutes, then there is no waiting time in between. I hope you are able to understand. I hope you are able to visualize. See, every 10 minutes you will find the input of A goes to B, gets converted into output, and output of A becomes input to B, right? So every 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, everything is flowing like a pulse rate. It's like a pulse rate. There is no waiting time. But what happens? Suppose, just to take an example, that B is 20 minutes. Let's say A is taking 10 minutes, but B is 20 minutes. What will happen? There will be work in progress. This we call it as waste. There will be a queue. There will be waiting time. The job is waiting to be processed. Can you think of, like, if you are in, let's say, if I take patient discharge time, because a lot of people are from healthcare, the process is stuck in one place. One department takes a long time. If you are from service industry, banking, procurement, approval, approval is taking here, it's taking 20 minutes. Long time. Everything is stuck there. So material does not move, and then customer waits. If you are in manufacturing, it's very easy to understand that material has got stuck here. So customer will be waiting. There is a waiting time for not only customer, even department D and C are also waiting, because B is taking too much time. So what is the best thing to do? Reduce the cycle time of B, or put two workstations of B, right? And that will solve the problem. So this is just one example I gave you. There are lots of other ways, and just because it's an overview, it is not a detailed training program. So I'll just briefly mention these are the wastes. These are the wastes. Which are the wastes? You can just see. If you look at the left side, overproduction, waiting time, these are the wastes which you can observe. Overproduction, waiting time, transportation, overprocessing, inventory, rework and rejections. These are the 7 wastes, or actually 8 wastes nowadays, which are present in our company. And in fact, we can see those ways if we do something called as Gamba investigation. Gamba means go to the field, go to the place of action, go where the action is taking place. So you go. So if you are in manufacturing, walk around the factory. If you are from service industries, walk around your office, and you will see lots of waste present. Try to identify the waste, reduce your cycle times, and this is what Lean is about. Lean is about reducing the waste, reducing the cycle time, and preventing the mistakes, preventing the errors using something called as POCA-UK. POCA-UK means even by mistake, you should not commit a mistake. So these are some of the things which we talk about in Lean. And Six Sigma is about reducing the variation. So I'll give an example of Six Sigma variation, etc., using a manufacturing example. But before that, let me give an example of say some of the wastes, and I'll take an example of healthcare so that there's a balance, right? By the way, lead when I'm giving any example from any industry doesn't mean that the tool is applicable only to that industry. It is applicable to all industries. It is applicable to all processes. When I told you, everyone is involved in a process. For a Lean Six Sigma, green belt and black belt, everything is a process. Before that, let's understand. Yellow belts are the people who understand the basics of Lean Six Sigma, but they can't do projects. Green belts can do the projects. They have learned some tools. They have learned to apply these tools, and they have to do a project. And the black belt, usually they do a little bit bigger projects. They can do more impactful projects because the tools and techniques, the toolkit is a little bit more say more complex, and they can handle complex problems. And a master black belts are the people who can guide and train green belts and black belts as they do the projects. We conduct both yellow, green, black, and master black belt. Very few companies in the world for the last 20 years. Our company has been conducting all the 4 trainings. Those days, only there were 3 companies in the world which were conducting master black belt also. So since those days, now we have got multiple companies, by the way. But yeah, so we have been doing this for ages, and you can become a green, black, and master black belts if you join our training programs. And if you register today, by the way, I'll be your trainer. That's also I have to add. Okay. So of course, all trainers are good, but if you're registering today, or at least tell that you have got interest, you are interested in today. And if you like my training, yeah, I can be your trainer. I'd like to invite you for that as well. But before that, let us understand what are the tools and techniques of green belts and black belts. So let us understand what is DMAC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So I will be taking you through DMAC, and if possible, I will take you through all these tools and techniques, CPHQ, project charter. I'll tell you what are types of data, normal distribution, a little bit control charts, introduction, cause and effect, Pareto, box plot, scatter plot, person mapping, brainstorming, and a little bit of 5S and POCA, if time permits. But very brief mention, definitely I will give it for all these tools, because that's more like a demonstration, but focus on the DMAC, the methodology. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Okay. One more thing, if those how many of you are hearing for the term Lean and Six Sigma for the first time? Means totally you don't have much idea, and you like me to start from ground zero, giving some basic, simple examples. Just say yes means yes means in the sense that you're totally you don't have much idea about. You like basic example, very down to earth example. Of course, in the second half, for next half, I'll complicate the matters and you'll run away. Okay. No. You'll not run away. Yeah. So a lot of people are telling that you like to start from basic. So let me take a simple example. Okay. See, projects are done in a process. Now, if I take a very, very simple day-to-day life example, let's say I want to reduce my weight. In fact, I did that 7-8 years ago. I did that project. I want to improve my health. Health is a process. Maintaining health is a process. I want to improve my health. You cannot improve if you cannot measure. Lean Six Sigma believes in you cannot improve if you cannot measure. And the second rule is everything can be measured. So let's say there are multiple measures of health. One measure, one CTQ, we call it CTQ, critical to quality characteristics. One measure is weight. So let me take a simple example. I wanted to reduce my weight. In the defined phase, I defined the problem that I was 90 kg. And I defined a goal statement that I would like to become 80 kg. Okay, simple. 90 kg, I want to become 80 kg. The defined phase. And then I made a team. Team would be like my family members, my doctor, my gym trainer, my dietitian, etc. They are my team. In the measure phase, I start collecting the data. First, you have to collect the data. We say that in God we trust, rest others bring data. Means I'm not going to trust you unless you show me the data. So please show me the data. So I start collecting the data. When I start collecting the data, let's say, I did that. One day I was 90 kg, another day I was 90.5 kg. Then next day I was again I was at 90.2 kg, and the next day I was about 89.1 kg. The next day again I was about 89.5 kg. So see, this variation will always be there in our measurements. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, so as I was telling, this one more time. Yeah, because I can share the sound also now. It has been rectified. And our team can always remember that how did you solve the problem, right? Lessons learned. Every project has a lessons learned, right? So, yeah. Okay, fine. So 90, 90.5, 89.5, 89.8, 90.2, 91, 88.3. And this was the variation. So you have to display the variation. So you display the variation. Okay. Most of the time I was 90. I was going as high as 91.5 also. I was going up to 88.5 also. Every process in the world, every repetitive process in the world follows this distribution. This is, we call it as normal distribution. And I found that in my case also it was. I actually have all the data also. If I had more time, I would have shown you this project. But now I'm briefly describing that. Measure phase. I measured how my process is performing today, how my weight is performing today. And this was the case, 88.5, 91. Earlier, the way I was managing, I'll tell you, earlier how I was managing. See, it was revealed to me that 88.5 to 91, we call it as control limits of a process. Okay. So it was like this. If I just put it here, most of the time I was 90, going up to 91.5, 91.5, and going up to 88.5. Now, we call it as lower control limit, and every process, LCL and UCL, we call it, every process has got these limits. Just collect data a little bit, 30, 40 samples you collect, and you'll get your control limits. It is also known as voice of process. Voice of process. Process is telling you, my body weight was speaking to me. Hey, I'm going to behave between 88.5 to 88.5 to 91.5. This is the way you'll find me. Now, what was happening before DMAG? Typically, how I was reacting. Oh, one fine day, I will say I'm at 91. I'm worried. I'll stop eating. I will reduce it to 90. I'll feel happy. Then I stop further eating, but still it increases. My God, it's a problem. Then I resume to eating. And even if I'm eating, still I'm reducing. I'm totally confused. This is how our process manager, operations manager also manage their processes. This is a sales manager, let's say. He will say, well, 91 is the sale. Very happy, very, very happy. Next week, it drops to 90. Oh my God, what happened? Next week, it further drops. Let's say it drops to $89,000 per week, let us say. He's too much worried. He will, get some motivational speaker and he speaks to the team and suddenly the sales jump to 90. He's feeling happy about it. He attributes his success to the speaker. But the Lean and Six Sigma Green Belt and Black Belt will say, my dear friend, this is our natural variation of the process. This is your natural variation. This is the way you are. Why you are like that is because the way you eat. Now, I'm coming back to my example, healthcare, my weight example. I'm between 88.5 to 91.5 because of the way I live. And there are a lot of factors like, we call it whatever I'm trying to improve, I call it as Y. And whatever is influencing my Y, we call it as X factor. What is the Y here? My weight. My weight, right? Weight is my Y. And what are the X factors? My diet, my portion of what I eat, my sleep, my stress, my so many things, whatever affects my weight. All these X factors are collectively acting on my system and producing this variation between 88.5 to 91.5. So you should relax. Don't worry about 89 and 90 and 91. You're wasting your time. Green belt or black belt will say, my dear Mr. Amitabh, cool down. Out of these so many X factors, 2-3 X factors are root causes, 2-3. It will be different for a different person. And for you, Mr. Amitabh, there could be some reason. Why you are at 88? Because don't worry about 89 and 95, my dear friend. You have to bring it down and change your control limits to 79 to 81. So that your average is 80. Look for this improvement. This is improvement. Not like 89 to 90, 91 to 95, 91 and jumping around the whole year after year. Or salesperson doing the same $88,000 to 91.5. Happy, unhappy. Like in share market, they do. My dear friend, don't waste your time here. Think of statistically significant improvement which DMAC is going to bring. And DMAC can only make it happen. DMAC can only make it happen. Okay. So you have to, now it is not easy. I have to find the root cause. So there are tools and techniques like Pareto analysis. Pareto is 80-20 rule. Mr. Wilfredo Pareto found that 80% of the wealth in Italy or 81% of the land in Italy was with 20% of the people. 80% of the money with 20% of the people. And he saw this everywhere. 80% of the crop production was coming from 20% of the crop types. It says this is also true for your company. 80% of your, your sales or revenue is coming from 20% of your products. 80% of your money or revenue is coming from 20% of your customers. Yeah, this is true. Think about your company. Think about your organization. This is true. So this is true for quality also. 80% of my weight problem is due to only. So if I have listed 10 causes here, only 20% of 10 means 2 causes. And for me, the problem was sleep. And the problem was portion of the diet. My diet was okay. Exercises I was doing. But the portion of the diet, I was eating too much of good food. That is also bad. So I got these 2 root causes, fixed those 2 root causes. And then going back to my example here. So yeah, so we had completed our measure phase. Sorry. Oh yeah. So okay, sorry. So I have completed my measure phase, define phase completed. I was at 90. I want to make it 80. Measure phase, I collected my voice of a process. I have found I am between 88.5 to 91.5. In the analyze phase, I made a cause and effect diagram. Also, Pareto analysis got the root cause. In the analyze phase, you get the root cause based on the data, not based on the intuition, experience. We don't believe in experience. We believe only in data. In God we trust. Rest others bring data. Means I'm not going to trust you unless you show me the data. Show me the data and I will trust you. If you don't have the data, sorry, I don't trust you. Okay. So only data-oriented decisions. That is why Six Sigma green belts and black belts are loved by the CEOs. Okay, I have got 30 years of experience. And in the beginning, I told me, I have got, by the way, 35 years of experience. Yeah, 35 years of experience. 1990, I graduated. Since then, I'm really working hard. Trust me. No, I showed you the data. I showed you the photographs and everything. I've been doing this for a long time to prove the credentials, but I had to do it to you also to show the data so that you will trust that yes, this person, whatever he is claiming in the beginning, some data is there. And right now also I'm showing you the data by demonstrating the training, right? Anyway, so in data we trust. Based on the data, I found the root causes, and now I'm attacking only the root cause. Otherwise, what happens? People were there, advisors. They're giving free advice to me. Hey, you want to reduce the weight? Go for a walking. Go for this. Don't stop eating food. So many things. But my root cause was sleep. My root cause was portion of the diet. I controlled it. I did some improvements on that. And I was able to reduce my weight, which was 89.8, let's say just 89 to 91. Now I become 79 to 80. And after that, my dear friend, it should not go back, right? It should not go back. So whatever I did to bring it to 80, yeah, 80. Whatever I did to bring it to 80, I did something else to maintain it. Yeah. Here I did, and actually it included a little bit of nasoplasty also. That's a minor surgery, which they found that there is a sleep issue because of some nose septal, some deviation, etc. Whatever it is, I took an action after that, and also portion of diet. After that, I did something more after improvement. So that I can maintain it for a long, long time. And I can take another project because my ideal weight is not actually 80, it is 70. So another project I should be taking. So that is continuous improvement. Don't feel happy. See, you cannot improve to zero defects. See, today you are making, let's say, 5% defects. Take one project, make it 4% defect. Another project, make it 2% defect. Another project, make it 1%. Project by project. Continuous improvement. That's how the life is. It's a continuous improvement. That's what Six Sigma Black Belt does. That is what DMAC is. That is what the DMAC. Now let us do a project. Or before that, I was taking an example. Let's talk about lean. I spoke about lean, right? Here, some examples from, let's say, from healthcare industry, I'll just say. See, this I did it. This I did for Gemba investigation in one of the hospitals. It was a Chinese hospital, I think. Yeah. So this was where I did lots of projects, programs for them. All the best of the best Saudi hospitals, they are my clients. You name it. I've done a training program there. Best of the best, UAE, Qatar, lots of people. Anyone from those countries, I can name King Fahd Medical City, International Medical Center, Sulman Habib, etc. So many. I will not spend my time naming those clients. but and eggnog, I already spoke about. So these tools and techniques have been deployed by almost all the best of the best companies. A lot of credentials are there. If you want to wait after 2 hours, I will show you some case studies of these companies. But that will happen after 2 hours. After two, at least let us learn about yellow belt. Okay. So when you do a Gemba investigation of any process, value added and non-value added, we have to identify. Value added, not every step is adding value to the customers. Value added has to be from customer's perspective. And non-value added, if it is not adding any value to the customer, it is a waste. It is known as muda. Muda means waste in Japanese. Muda. Muda means waste in Japanese. Muda, in English you'll say muda, but in Japanese they call it as muda. Muda, something like that. Yeah, so whichever. Muda, muda. This also, or in English you call it as waste. Waste. I have consulted for many Japanese hospitals also. And anyone from Sakura Hospital, no, I have consulted there. Walk to the outpatient department. It is not adding any value. See, what is the value customer is looking at? I want to know the health status, yeah, of my, I want to know the status of my health using blood tests. And you are making me walk to the OPD, register in the OPD. All these are waste. And we have removed all these steps from many hospitals. What is value added is only these two steps. So identify the value added steps. That's what we do. And I'll tell you, another example. 80% of the nurse calls are housekeeping in nature. Means my pillow is dirty, my bed cover is dirty. Nurse is there to give you medicine, take care of you, give you the right, whatever IV, anything, whatever is required. And if you are wasting nurse's time, my pillow is dirty, this is dirty, nurse will forget to give you the medicine. Yeah. So waste of nurse's time. There are other people to do that. So these are just examples. Some more examples I'll give. By the way, I've done National Healthcare Service in UK. They are my clients. US, a lot of hospitals are my clients. Some of the case studies, we doubled the cardiology lab capacity from 8 to 16. All the details are given here, but there's no time to talk about that. We reduced the diagnosis. Last year in American Society of Quality World Conference, I spoke about how to reduce the nosocomial infections or hospital-induced infections in the patients by using Lean Six Sigma. Cut admission from 17 minutes. Reduce signatures. Approvals. Approvals are big waste. Approval is not going to add any value to the customer. What are you doing in approvals? We will reduce the approvals drastically. Approval takes a big time. We want to create value and remove all the waste. Unnecessary motion, unnecessary waiting, unnecessary transportation errors, unnecessary stock production. Person who's idle is a waste. Person who's overburdened is also a waste. Equipment unused is a waste. Equipment overused is a waste. Surgeon is waiting for the operation theater to get ready. It's a waste of his intelligence. Even simple things like walking to the elevator wait, elevator travel, lab, pharmacy. I'm just giving a hospital example. It's true everywhere in all companies, right? And if this hospital deploys 300 nurses, you can imagine millions of dollars are just lost. And we are not aware of these kinds of wastes. So the companies, simple things, these are simple things. Lab, pharmacy, second floor, radiation equipment on ground floor, bring them to the same floor, reduce the waiting time. See, you can do a spaghetti diagram. Let's say these are the workstations. Look at how the people are moving in your factory, in your workshop, in a company, in a hospital. So if I do, let's say I find these are, let's say, 4 workstations. Think of any office, any company. And if I say customer comes here, goes here, then goes here, goes here, goes here, goes here. So if I see, we call it a spaghetti diagram. This is known as spaghetti diagram. So I can bring this A, B, C, D. I can bring A and C closer to each other so that I reduce. I can bring the A and C closer to each other so I can reduce the movement. This is not adding waste. It's just a waste of time. Yeah. Eliminate exam room interruption by phone, etc. That's something waste. Mistake proofing example, rice cooker. Even by mistake, it will not burn the ice because it switches off automatically. You can think of using this in your companies, factories, workshops, laboratories, hospitals, banks. Banks, we did it. Okay, even by mistake, you cannot commit a mistake of putting a wrong value. Okay. Yeah, so some of the machines can't be operated beyond maximum levels. These are some, I'm not going to go into the details, like even by mistake, you cannot put a wrong value which is threatening in nature, automatically. Oxygen cannot be connected to nitrogen because the connections are different. Even if you want, you cannot connect. Even by mistake, you cannot connect because the connections are different. Similarly, these are other pokayoke. We call it as pokayoke. Pokayoke is in Japanese means mistake proofing. Mistake proofing means fool proofing. Even a foolish person cannot commit a mistake. Even if you want to commit a mistake, you cannot commit a mistake. Fixed number of gauge packages to surgery, complete catheter kits for insertion. These are all examples. Some of the healthcare people can identify it very easily. But now let us go to the project. Let us do a project together. And I've chosen a project which is applicable to all industries, manufacturing, services, every recruitment cycle time. Reducing the recruitment cycle time in our company. Let us see how to do that project. Okay, and we'll apply DMAC, and as we apply DMAC, I'll take you through the whole DMAC. Okay, and simultaneously, I'll demonstrate some of the tools. I'll just demonstrate the tools because you are not supposed to master these tools as a yellow belt. You are supposed to just know about these tools. Okay, so let me do DMAC in the define on our project. And first you do a SIPOC. First you form a team. You form a team of people who are going to do the project. So typically the people who will be doing the projects will be the green belts, guided by a master black belt. In this case, I was the master black belt. Process owner is the manager of the person in whose process you are doing the project. Process owner is the manager of the process in whose process you are doing the project. He may or may not be green belt or black belt, but we have to put him in the team. He will give the data, he will give the access. And then his boss will be the sponsor or the champion. Okay, his boss will be the sponsor or the champion. So that's how we do a project. After that, and of course, before that, you have to identify the process. Which process you are doing the project is a recruitment process. Yeah. So, see, problems are in the processes, not in the people. Problems are in the processes, not in the people. No person, no staff, no employee goes to the company thinking, today I will commit mistakes. But mistakes happen because our system is like that. Our processes are like that. You have to change the process. Don't try to change the people. Changing the people is very difficult. Replacing people is difficult. Plus, not only that, changing the person within. You can't change a person. No, I met my friend after 30 years. And we had a nice dinner with him, with each other. And then I told him, you are the same person. 30 years ago also, I think I'm meeting the same person. He also told the same thing. You are the same person after 30 years. So difficult to change a person. Don't think that you will change a person through something, it's not going to happen. Change the process. The same person will deliver excellent results. The same group of people will deliver excellent results if you change the process. So our focus is to change the process. And for that, I have to identify the process. Which process I want to reduce the recruitment cycle time? Which process I should be targeting? I should be targeting the procurement process. So first, let us look at the process only. We will do a SIPOC, supplier input, process output, and customer, which is an offshoot of value stream map. Do you remember value stream map? I showed you supplier input, process output, and customer. Here the planning team is missing, planning part, but it's a miniature version of the value stream map, SIPOC. I'm just looking at the process. And when I'm making a SIPOC, I start from customers. Who are the customers? The departments. What is the output of my process, recruitment process? A recruited employee. What are the basic process steps? I write it down. What are the inputs? I write it down. And suppliers of the inputs, I write it down. After that, what I do? I identify the why. Why means the measure which the customer is concerned about. There's a problem, isn't it? Recruitment cycle time. That's the measure. So my measure is recruitment time or recruitment cycle time. Well, that is my why. And what are the X factors? So this is the result. My result is recruitment time. And the X factors are these, my inputs and processes. My X factors are influencing the Y. X factors are influencing the Y. Result, recruitment cycle time. So recruitment cycle time could be high because of, time taken to interview is too long. It's taking too long to get the approval. Budget is not approved. HR staff is not capable. Travel documents are not available. IT system is not available. Job description is not available. So many things. So many X factors. I have to find the root cause. Which is the cause out of these so many factors? Process, these are known as process measures. These are known as input measures. This is X factors. Which factor is responsible? Based on the data, I have to give our opinion as a green belt or a black belt. We proceed ahead. We have made this IPOC. We'll write a charter. We'll make a project charter. Okay. What is the project charter? It has a problem statement that today I'm taking 50 days. And what is the goal statement? I want to make it 30 days. And if I do that, I will save this much money for the organization. That is the project chart. We write a project chart. Okay. We write a project chart. And we form a team also. Who are the team members who will be working with me? Okay. Who's the sponsor? Who's the process owner? Who's the black belt, master black belt, green belt, etc. Okay. Now we move to the measure phase. We'll measure the why. We'll measure the why means we'll measure the recruitment cycle time. Why is the symptom, but root causes are in the X factors. See, when let's say I'm having fever, if I'm having fever, I go to the doctor. Doctor looks at the symptom, fever. He measures it. Body temperature is the CTQ here, right? And he measures the temperature, but he doesn't try to reduce the temperature. He actually finds the root cause. He does a blood test, an X-ray or whatever, some data collection he does. And after that, he finds, oh, you have got this issue. And he finds the root cause and he gives the medicine to that for that root cause. Right? Similarly, you are also a doctor of a process. As a black belt, green belt, they are doctors of the process. They are the physicians. The process owners and the managers, operations managers say, oh, my process is having a lot of issues. But diseases of process means customer complaints are high, waiting time is high, delays, errors, all these issues. They are symptoms. Don't worry about the symptoms. Don't attack the symptoms. Nothing, you cannot do anything. These are the results. You can't do anything to the results. Why is your result? The problem is here. This is in your control. X factors are in your control. Just focus on your root cause. Automatically, the result will be given by the system. If you think about the result, you will get stressed out. Nothing will happen. So green belt and black belt will tell you like a doctor, where is the root cause. How they will tell you, let me show you. The first you measure, right? Okay. So I'll just show you here. I'll just demonstrate. Okay. Okay, so let me pull out some data. I've got so much data from different companies, but I have to, I'll keep it a simpler because you're getting exposed to Lean Six Sigma for the first time. So I'll try to give a simple example. But I'll show you, see, you don't have to practice with me, but typically in green belt, when you join my green belt, black belt, I'll tell you how to do all this analysis. But right now I'll demonstrate. So what's happening? So here, just collect 30, 40 samples, just 30, 40 samples. 30, 40 samples are good enough. You'll be surprised to know in my class, I demonstrate using 2, 3 examples. You can make a judgment about millions if you just collect 30, 40 samples of continuous data. There are 2 types of data, in fact, continuous and attribute. I'll talk about that also. Continuous and attribute. There are 2 types of data. Data types. Okay, if I can make use of my videos. By the way, I've got very good videos. They're all available on YouTube channel. You can subscribe to this channel, YouTube channel, in English, in Hindi, and Arabic. And we are making in Tamil also, and other languages as well. So they are very much there. Not sure if you are able to hear this. Hi, I'm Amit. So I'll just improvements. And if you see very closely, all of them are Lean and Six Sigma improvement projects done in. Are you able to hear the audio clearly?
Yes, sir.
Various organizations. So what does Lean and Six? The third rule can be, if you think something cannot be measured, then probably it is attribute data. Now let me tell you, how can you measure anything? There are 2 types of data, continuous data and attribute data. Continuous data can be represented on a number line. It can have a decimal place. It can also have a unit. Say, for example, age, height. Age is 52.5 years. Okay, so age, height, distance, and all these. So if you see carefully, you have got in all examples. Okay, that's my age. Height, maybe 180.1 centimeters. Cycle time of a process 3.5 hours, or procurement time in an organization 120.3 days. These are all continuous data because they all have a possibility of a decimal, means they can be expressed in decimal points, and also they all have a unit. Now let us talk about attribute data. Attribute data can be expressed in categories, and categories can be counted. Say, for example, if you want to measure happiness. Okay, so here, say some. So, hi, I'm Amitabh Saxena, and just give me 1 minute. That thing I'll just move. Yeah. Yeah. So if I look at the hi, I'm this is yeah. I was here. So you can watch these videos. You just subscribe to my channel, Anexas channel, and you can get all those videos and continuous data, because they all have showing you glimpses of that. We have got these videos in all the three languages as well. Okay, now here, attribute data. Attribute data is something which, we feel that it's very difficult to measure, but it's very easy. I'm telling you the trick. I'm telling you the trick how to measure. Here I've taken an example of happiness.
Now, let us talk about attribute data. Attribute data can be expressed in categories, and categories can be counted. Say, for example, if you want to measure happiness, so easiest way to measure any attribute data is to create a category, and if possible, you can create a binary category. A presence or absence of that attribute can be one of the simplest categories. So if I take the example of happiness, two categories I can create: happy, unhappy. So if I want to increase the happiness in the employees in the organization, then I can always count how many employees are happy. Let's say 60 employees are happy and 40 employees are unhappy. I can express this as proportion. That means proportion of happy employees in my organization is 0.6 and proportion of unhappy employees is 0.4. And it can also be expressed as percentage. Now, this proportion or percentage, they don't have a unit. And a count, like 60 employees, I can't have 60.1 employees who are happy. So the count will not have any decimal point. So this is what continuous data and attribute data is. It is very important to...
So I hope you understood. See, attribute data will be categorical in nature, and I can create categories out of it. And I can express that particular category as a proportion. So here I want to increase my happiness of the employees in the organization. What I can do, I can say today I'm at 60% or 0.6 proportion is happy. I would like to increase 0.6 to 0.8 or 60% to 80%. Then we can do a project. And that's how we proceed. So we can do a project on happiness also if we measure it. And that's how. Now, we're not saying that this is the best ever measure, etc. See, if you want to improve something, you have to measure. We don't have to wait for ideal measure. So both cases, we can measure either attribute or continuous. And we have got different tools for, different measures, which types of data. So whenever we are dealing with continuous data, here, obviously, recruitment cycle time is the continuous data, right? Recruitment cycle time is the continuous data. Similarly here, process type, manual, automated is attributed. So here, recruitment cycle baseline is initial data, is continuous. I hope everyone agrees. Yeah. Now I will be showing you a little bit of analytical part. Not, because in yellow belt, usually we keep it simple, but because, is it okay if I go into a little bit of statistics? Is it fine with you? Just wanted to check with you because it should not happen that, Okay, I think many of you are going ahead with that. So, okay, now, so I can easily create a histogram, and whenever I'm creating a histogram, I'll get two important parameters: average and standard deviation. Like this average is 50, and standard deviation is here around 5. Yeah. Now I'll tell you see, if you want to know about standard deviation, if you want to know the calculations of standard deviation, etc., then in that case, you can always watch my video. I'll send you the link here. I'll put your link here. this link this link is going to help you to understand I have derived the formula. I'll derive the formula. So I teach about the application which I'm using. I give it to you for free. When you join my Greenbelt training program, it's free. Okay. So you can always, that's also, it's very easy. It's not a big deal. Even in Excel also, I can teach you in Excel as well. Excel takes little additional steps. So I'm just making it a little faster. So that is why I'm using here. There are multiple softwares available in the market. You can use any one of them. Okay, here, so we tell you all these things, we tell you. So standard deviation of this thing is there. But the important thing is, whenever you are getting an average and standard deviation of any process, and I was telling you that most of the processes, they follow normal distribution. Why normal distribution? It is normal to obtain a normal distribution. Okay. Gauss, he found in the 17th and 18th century, he found that every repetitive step, any repetitive step, if you keep on repeating something again and again, you will find that it will get a distribution like this. Average is something here and goes, as reduces. Most of the recruitments are taking place at 50, but they are going up to some more values. But as you go away from the mean, the frequency of occurrence of those values reduces. So he found every data will have an average represented by X bar. So here in this case, our case, it was 50, if you remember. And it has got a standard deviation. In our case, it is 5 days. So what he found was that the curve, this probability curve, I'm talking about the probability of getting a value. Maximum is at 50. Yeah. If you see here, maximum recruitments are going to happen around 50. And he said, you can get those values by just multiplying 3 times standard deviation on the right side and 3 times on the left side. And you can predict 99% of your population, 99% approximately. 99.73 is the actual real the number, but just 99% is for the time being. We can call it as 99%. Means, what does it mean? If I just collect 30 samples, just 30 samples, nothing more, I get an average and I get a standard deviation. I can predict about all the recruitments in the company. Like, for example, if I've got a lot of people here in the training, if I just collect, let's say, if I just collect 30 samples or heights of the people, I'll get an average and standard deviation. I can predict about the total world population, the values, the range of what will be the minimum and maximum. Now, if I apply this to our example, so here it is, sorry, the 50. 50 plus 1 times 5, it will be 55. This will be 60. This will be 65. This will be 45. This will be 40. This will be, 50, 45, 55, 60, 65, 45, 40, and 35, right? So my lower control limit is 35. Upper control limit is 65. So I can say my recruitments are taking place between 35 to 65. Actual values can also be found. I just rounded off the values. So I can ask, all these life is easier nowadays. You don't have to really study too much. You should know the right clicks, right buttons. So this is the control chart, we call it. This control chart means it's telling me, looking at the actual numbers and actual data, average is 50. And it is going up to 64 days, and it is possible that we'll get a 36 also. Although none of the data was 36, but it is plotting, plus minus 3 times the standard deviation. It is calculated. It will do everything. You don't have to do anything. And this is how your process is behaving today. Okay. Now you would like to improve it. So we move to this was measure phase. So we collected the data. We also do something called as, sigma level calculation, which I'll not be talking about right now. So that's something, a formula, which you use to calculate the sigma level. That I will just skip for the time being. Now, in the analyze phase, we have two options. I can do a process door, or I can do a data door. Process door means I'll do a Gemba walk. Gemba means go to the workplace, go to the field, go to the place of work where people are working. Map the process, identify the waste in the system, and try to reduce that waste. So a lot of things like approval time, rework, anything starting with rework, review, anything. This is all waste. Data door, you can use cause and effect diagram, etc. So we did that. We did a process map, detailed process map, and we identify the some of the steps. We applied a technical escape analysis. Details of escape, if you are interested, I will put the video here, and you can always watch it later on. It is asking 5 questions on every step. Can I eliminate? Can I simplify that step? Can I combine that step with other step? Can I automate that step? Can I make it in parallel? Like, for example, I'll examine this step. I'll apply escape on this step. So 5 questions to be asked on each step. And you will come out, you'll be surprised to know that you will realize, your team will realize many things you are doing just like that. These steps are sometimes designed or created 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and you're blindly following them. Things have changed, technology has changed, but still you are doing it. One example is fax machines. Companies still have fax machines. In today's world, any document can be sent to anyone in few seconds using a lot of things, at least mobile, and still have fax machines. Because no one thought about it. No one is critically evaluating the process. So these things, this kind of many techniques you learn in the green belt and black belt. I just give one example. And you can reduce the waste and cycle times. Another part is you can also do a cause and effect diagram. Invite all the people and ask them to write down all the possible causes, whatever they can think of, They write down all the causes in the cause and effect diagram. To generate the cause and effect diagram, there's a tool called 6M techniques: man, machine, material, method, measurement. So, and mother nature, just to make it like 6-1. Environment or mother nature. So these are there are tools like that. We call it an Ishikawa diagram or cause and effect diagram. They created all the possibilities, whatever is possible, whatever they can think of, multiple causes. No, not all causes are so much equally responsible for the problems. So they did a Pareto. You can do lots of technique. You can collect the actual data, or you can do a voting technique. And let me demonstrate. Let me show you. This is just a brief demonstration. So we did a man-related causes here, machine-related causes, material-related causes, measurement-related causes, mother nature-related causes. This is known as 6 M's, method-related causes. And then we can, once we put this, we can ask Minitab to make. Minitab is the application here I'm using. Cause and effect diagram. Now, every cause is not equally responsible. Okay. So then in that case, we find out which cause is appearing again and again. So first recruitment got delayed due to high approval time. Second recruitment was job description was not available. Third recruitment, there are 2 reasons. So I list down all the reasons for around 50, 60 delayed recruitments. and identify which is occurring more. You can create a table, I can find out, or directly you can just, do a Pareto. Pareto is 80-20 rule, if you remember. Pareto chart. Our Mr. Pareto found 80% of the problem is 20% of the causes. Here appearing more, which causes appearing more and more. Let us look at that. So here, which causes appearing more? I'll just make a Pareto. And it tells me that assessment time is looks like too much time. Job description is not available. Approval time and type of hiring and delegation of authority. These are all, different reasons. I can choose the root cause from here, or I can further validate also. We have time, so let me talk about the validation also. So approval time, it appears to be an issue. Job description appears to be an issue. Assessment time appears to be an issue. And what I'm trying to prove is recruitment time. Is it related? Approval time and recruitment time, is it related to each other? Now, both are continuous data, right? Approval time is a continuous data and recruitment time is a continuous data. I hope you still remember. Remember or not? Yeah. Remember or not? Okay. Continuous. So whenever you are continuous and continuous, see, if you want, I can just make it here to summarize, or I can demonstrate also, whichever way. Let me do both if time permits. See, when your Y and X, both are continuous data, continuous and continuous, you will make a scatter plot. We call it a scatter plot. So it is like, if X increases, Y increases. We call it as positive relation. Or it could be something like this also. Y and X. So if, for example, here in our case, approval time, if it increases, maybe the recruitment time increases. I don't know. Or there could be something like no relation also. There's no relation. No relation between the Y and X. So here there's a positive relation. Here there's a negative relation. This is no relation. Yeah. Negative relation example could be like as the, let's say, experience of the person increases, the time taken to complete an activity decreases. Yeah. You can do it faster, right? That's like example. Now let us see, let's examine in our case, recruitment time and approval time. Is it affecting? Well, let us see. I'll do a scatter plot. Yes, it looks like they are positively related. So approval time is the root cause. Approval time is one of the causes. If I reduce the approval time and I work on it, I can reduce the recruitment time. But if this was the case, suppose in this case, if this was the case, like this, then I'll say I'll waste my time in reducing the approval time because it is not related. But in this case, in our example, it is related, very much related. So I should work on it. That is my validated root cause. I'm now pretty sure if I reduce my approval time, do something about it, I'll automate it or do something. I'll spend money on it, approval, it will give me results. It will not be waste. What about, let's say, let me take an example of, let me take an example of one more. I think there was, there's one more. Okay, let me pull out the same thing. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So we can also look at recruitment versus assessment time. Let us see. Recruitment versus assessment time. Is it affecting? Oh, there is no relationship. And we can also see the strength of relationship very easily. You get values, correlation coefficient also. We are not going into that level right now. But there is no relation. So I'll waste my time if I investigate or do something to assessment time. So I'll just ignore it. Because assessment time is low or high, it doesn't matter. But there's no relationship with recruitment time. But yeah, approval time, it does matter. Let's look at job description and recruitment. Now, job description is not continuous data, so I cannot use scatter plot here. I cannot use scatter plot. Then I'll have to use box plot because one is continuous, one is attribute. Okay. So the same thing, what I'll do, let's say here, y and x. Y and x. Y is continuous and x is attribute. So see, our tool usage, tool selection depends on the type of data. And we'll tell you in our sessions, there are multiple tools, when to use which tool. There is no confusion. Say, for example, I want to know, is a shift, I'm working in shifts. Let's say our company, production company is working in shifts. Shift A and shift B. Is shift affecting my production, let us say. So A shift is taking more, B shift is taking less. We call it as box plot. If you want to know about box plot, etc., what do we mean? What does details? There's a link. I will give it to you. Better join my green belt, black belt. By the way, I'm providing all free links, but join a proper session, interactive session. I'll help you to become a thorough professional, like brilliant, thorough, Lean and Six Sigma, black belt, green belt professional, who is able to do any project in any industry. Okay. I'm just showing his demonstration. So here it appears A shift. A shift is shift is responsible. A shift is producing more. But if this was the case, it doesn't matter A or B. It doesn't matter. In both shifts, we are producing less. So shift is not the root cause. That's how we conclude. And we'll teach you the best conclusions. There's a better way of concluding also called using p-values. I'm not going into that detail, but right now, simple one. Job description when not available, we took long time to recruit. When it was available, we took less time. So what we did, we made a new policy. In the next 10 days, get all the job descriptions of all the positions in the company so that in future, we would reduce our recruitment time by almost 20 days just by taking this, because there is a sudden drop. Whenever job description available, it is taking 10 days to 15 days, to just make a job description. Why? Make it in advance so that all future recruitments will, whenever the job description is not available, will reduce the time. See, this is based on the root cause analysis. But let's say type of hiring, is it impacting? Well, types of hiring, there are different types of hiring in this company. There are some special categories. So is it impacting? Well, not really. They're almost more or less same. So not a very demarcated, statistically significant difference. We also do ANOVA. I'm not going to talk about that right now, but there are some few clicks, one click each, and you actually, get your results. Data oriented. Whatever you are saying with confidence, you would be saying, and and that's what they did. That's what they did. That's what they came out with. This is the summary of whatever tools I used. Continuous data, you can use histogram. Continuous and attribute, you can use a box plot. Just now I showed it to you. Continuous attribute, box plot, continuous, scatter plot, attribute, Pareto chart. And these some demonstrations I used. So you can come to my live training. Recording is available for lifetime for access. 2 projects are done in the class. I'll do with you. I just demonstrated, but we'll be doing 2 projects from your industry. You are from manufacturing, I'll do manufacturing. If you're from healthcare, I'll do healthcare. Means you will be doing your project. I've got multiple case studies. And now, of course, not to forget about improvements. So you brainstorm on possible causes, use different techniques. You can use 635 technique, very, very simple, useful technique. If you want to know 635, you can just look into your I'll share the link here. You can always watch it. So they applied those. FME is again another tool, very, very important tool. I'll not be teaching you in Yellow Belt, but if you want to learn, go ahead. Please learn. Please learn. Please go ahead and learn by yourself. FMEA, it has been liked by, it has 1.7 million views that my video has got. Go ahead and watch that. Yeah. Increase my views. And please like it. If you at least watch the video, if you like it, at least I would expect likes. That could be my fees for this training program. If you can please provide that, please do that. So FMEA, do watch that video for sure. I've given you lots of links, but this link is something which can transform your process. It's one single tool can transform. It's an independent tool. Please apply. I've used a very day-to-day life simple example to explain that FMEA to you. Just use it. So I have used it for one very, very big beverage manufacturing company, very big brand in the world, the US headquarters. We solved their problem using FMEA, failure modes and effects analysis. I'm giving you that tool free of charge to you. Go ahead and watch that. So in this case, coming back to our example, so we found the root causes, and after root causes, we got the solutions, implemented the solutions, and we were able to also put some control systems in place, and we were able to clearly showcase the statistically significant improvement in the reduction of recruitment. So this is how a typical project is done. So let's play a game in case you are attentive. Let's question. The inputs to a process are called the X's, the Y's, out of scope, or gauge R&R. Right answer will give you $10,000. Wrong answer will not give you anything. Okay. Yeah, so most of the Vajay and Saksham and Abhay Deve and Shivashankar, Nurul, Georgina, okay, you answered correctly. Jyoti, yes. The output of a process is output of processes. Output of processes. Yes, right. Absolutely. Yeah, what the customer sees. Yes. Right, absolutely. Not a deliverable. Not a deliverable of DMAC analysis. What is not coming in DMAC analyze phase? What is not coming in analyze phase? What is not coming in analyze phase? If you can just be very careful. This is a tough question. This is a $1 million question. This question is going to give you $1 million. So be careful and tell me that what is the right answer. Oh, yes, most of you are right. Yes, it is sufficient. Okay, so you can join my class. You have reasons to collect the data. Very large data can also be handled in very few clicks. Don't worry about the data. Your company has got a lot of data. We don't know what to do with that data. We'll tell you what to do with the data. We'll tell you how to improve your process, how to impress. You can become an independent consultant. I have written a book also, The Anexas Story. You can buy it on, you can buy the book on the Amazon, The Anexas Story. I've given some case studies. I've given the whole story, how I became a consultant and how independent. Would you like to become one of the most valuable person in the company by applying process improvement statistical tools? If the answer is yes. Would you like to become the green belt or black belt? If the answer is yes, please answer the poll question. And if yes, I will be happy to contact you. And once you, yeah. So yes, please answer this question here. I have put a poll here. So I'll be happy to contact you, and you can enroll. If you are enrolling today and tomorrow, there are some special offers given by our marketing team. They keep forcing me to tell you this to market also. Okay. So, but if you like the training, if you thought that this you spent your valuable time, 2 hours, and if you, I'm inviting you to spend around 24 hours spread over 3 days, or maybe 20, 25 days, 2 hours each. So I run 3, 4 batches. One is in the evenings, Monday to Friday, 2 hours, or Monday to Friday in the mornings, 2 hours, or Friday and Saturday, one batch, or Saturday and Sunday, one batch. So you can always join my sessions, and that will be like a two-way interaction. You'll be interacting with me. This is a webinar, so obviously you couldn't speak, but I could see your, and there are lots of questions. I'll be happy to answer. But before that, let me give you the dates. Where you would like to, uh, in case you are interested. Let me. Yeah, my team can show the dates if you want. And also, if there are some questions, I'll be happy to answer. Okay, some of the prices are also given. But if you join today, if you register today, there are special offers. There are some special discounts also, and so if you can make it a full screen, that would be great. So so this is what the prices are, and in respective currencies also they're available. So you can also check with us. You can go to we are all accredited through different accreditation bodies. Go to the next one, and all your certifications are valid throughout the world, in all industries. And also I'm also a well-known trainer in Lean and Six Sigma circles. So if you're serious about Lean Six Sigma career also, a person who will be interviewing you would definitely know me, that I can, like, there's a 70% chances they would know me, because I have spent a lot of time in Lean Six Sigma. And so I'm inviting you to join my sessions Friday, Saturdays, or Saturday, Sundays, or weekdays, or weekends. So whichever, whatever you want. And you can always the programs are available in Hindi as well, and Arabic as well. There is a self-learning platform also is available. So if you're interested in that, you can always connect with us. And also, I'm happy to conduct the training programs in your company. So if you want me to come to your company, and the company will pay for it, I'll try to convince your senior management to to go for Lean and Six Sigma. There's a different program for them, for senior managers, then to show the actual benefits of Six Sigma. And most probably they will enroll you for the training program. So I can conduct the training program in your company also. I'll be happy to travel there. In case you want to connect me to the right person in your company, I'll be happy to do that and connect. Please contact me. Connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm there on LinkedIn, and you can write to me if you are interested in. I also conduct lots of free webinars. like project management, CPHQ, data science, Power BI, feel free to join those sessions anytime. These are the dates for the upcoming free webinars. And yes, I'll answer the questions now. If you have any questions, I'm looking at Q&A now. You see that a lot of people had asked some questions. Will this course help me boost my job easily in Riyadh? Of course, I'm sitting in Riyadh right now. And a lot of people in Riyadh have really done this. And it's a huge craze. And our certifying companies, Anexas Europe is like a very, very well-known certifying company in the whole of Middle East. It will definitely boost your career. There's no time for Europe for Friday, Saturday in the last slide. Okay. I think you can specifically ask us. We can provide you that time. How to download the certificate? My team will answer this question. And okay, when you're talking about value, what does this mean? How does it different from product and service? See, every product and service gives you a value. Like you get a car. What is the value you are deriving from car? Ability to get transported from one place to another place. So that is the value you are getting from the car. Value is like abstract thing, abstract, like the customer is not interested in the car. He's more interested in the value he or she is deriving from the car. So that is what value I was talking about. Okay, there's location asked. And okay, great. Sorry, in fact, we had sent you 2 links. Earlier, the link was disabled. So I hope so. Did some of you join the other link and then you came through this link? Just in case, sorry for that. And in fact, some of the people I might have missed out because we changed the link. So sorry for that. We'll send. If you have missed out in the initial stages, then in that case, what we will do, we will have another program and you can join that whole program again one more time. You can also watch this link and I'll share with all the people who had registered. You can share it with them, that's this recording, so that if they missed it out, you can always. My company has big issues in sales. So you can improve the sales. You can always improve the sales. Yes. Yeah. And I'm asking what is he's telling. What is the question? All links to be sent on WhatsApp. Yes, we can do. Just write your number, Georgina. We will be happy to send it to you. Mohammed is telling big issues in sales. You can do a DMAC project there. We'll find the root cause of your low sales. Okay. I'm a doctor working clinically in ASA. I'm currently taking CPHQ. From which area should I start this? You're taking CPHQ course from us? Oh yeah, okay. Which area you should start? I know I should get with the quality team, but specifically which area I should start? See, the best part would be process improvement. Best is go for the strategy team, the central team, if you can get hold of it. You'll be directly reporting to the CEO or COO. But if that is not possible, then within your department, try to do some projects, and after that you'll be able to take care of this aspect. Means you will be able to join and do some great contribution to your hospital. So best thing is do a project yourself. A small project is good enough because this is such a brilliant methodology. A good and especially in healthcare, it's highly liked by everyone. I don't know why, but because you get quick attention. So attempt. And in case you need any help, I'll be happy to help you. You are already our student, so we'll help you for sure. Yeah, just give me 1 minute. Can our team play a video for any one of the like the video of just a minute. I guess I have to just take a time out a little bit, or maybe I'll just show you. Just give me one video, and also tell you how to.
The world we have created is the product of our own thinking, and we cannot improve the world without improving our thinking. The long-term chronic problems of manufacturing companies like low productivity, lower machine efficiency, high rework, high inventories, high product wastage can't be solved using only experience, logic, and intuition. You might be a good operations person, a good engineer, or an excellent operator, but you need to have basic knowledge and understanding of some problem solving and process improvement tools too. Here is how Lean Six Sigma can improve your processes in manufacturing. Lean Six Sigma is defined as a business improvement method that aims to maximize the shareholders' value by improving the quality, speed, customer satisfaction, and reduce the costs. It merges tools and principles from both Lean and Six Sigma to do this. It has become the most popular business strategies for deploying continuous improvement in the manufacturing industries. With its help, you can make sure that only essential steps remain in a process. The moment I say Lean Six Sigma techniques, high quality, low cost, increased profits, and customer satisfaction should automatically come to your mind. It is very rightly said that machines are mere pieces of metal if they cannot be made efficient. Lean Six Sigma helps you to do this. What is the core of Lean Six Sigma? It's DMAC. Yes. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. It helps you to reduce the existing problems with unknown causes. Here we train the staff of the manufacturing units as the green belts and black belts, and they convert all the problems into improvement projects. So now the difficulties become opportunities. Then they complete these projects and get certified. It's a win-win for both the organization and the employees. Now, how does Lean Six Sigma decrease the cost? Shijo Shingo said that the most hazardous waste is the waste that we do not recognize. Firstly, Lean Six Sigma focuses on removing the 7 wastes like overproduction, transportation, inventory, etc. from a process. In manufacturing sector, this step can lower the cost of a process by leaps and bounds. Secondly, Lean Six Sigma focuses on solving the problems caused by a process. Here we focus on the processes, not on people, because we believe that 85% of the problems are due to the processes and not due to the people. Defects in your product can cost your organization a fortune, so the focus is on reducing the defects by focusing on the processes. Let me talk about some Lean Six Sigma tools that can be used in manufacturing. Value stream mapping, Kanban, 5S, cause and effect analysis, control charts, DMAC, 5 Whys, Kaizen, hypothesis tests, etc., etc., etc. Let us talk about a few. 5S. A well-organized workplace becomes important if you want to eliminate waste and reduce the errors. 5S is the way to do that. Control charts. By understanding the control charts, you can understand the difference between the common causes and special causes. For special causes, you take immediate action, and for common causes, you take long-term actions. Kanban. It is a visualizing tool on maximizing the flow of goods and work without unnecessary inventory or transportation. Then we have 5 Whys. Ask why 5 times and you will get to the root cause of the problem. Hypothesis tests. They establish the relationship between the outputs and inputs, and you can get the root cause with 95% confidence. Value stream mapping. It is used for defining and assessing the movement of the raw materials from the beginning of the process to delivery to the customer. It is a way in which the current state of a process is documented and the future state is visualized. If you want in-depth knowledge about all the tools and techniques, you can always join my Lean Six Sigma Green Belt and Black Belt training programs. So that was about Lean Six Sigma in manufacturing. I hope you have got a clear picture about why Lean Six Sigma is so important in the manufacturing industry. Share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you don't want to miss out on our important updates on the tools and techniques of Lean and Six Sigma and even project management. Happy learning!
Okay. Now I'll tell you how to implement Lean Six Sigma. So I'll just take you through the journey, right? And let's have a look at it. So those are still not going away. They want to learn more, right? You want to learn more and more. Okay, so let me tell you. Okay, so here, although our session is the time is up, but yes, it is a bonus for you. So when you want to implement Lean and Six Sigma in the organization, it has to be in different departments. And don't choose one department, because see, well, if you choose one department, what happens? Other department starts another initiative. So best is you choose, launch it in a proper way. Launch from a centralized team. So here you choose the projects from business A, B, C, D, to multiple businesses, and you create an infrastructure, create a steering committee. You have a quality leader if he is in place. He'll be definitely part of the steering committee along with the CEO, COO, and the general managers, the senior managers. And the champions are the head of the departments. First you should drive home the point. You should. The whole idea is to get the senior management buy-in. Nothing works without the senior management buy-in. So you have to go to the senior management, convince them, and once they are convinced, the rest of the things automatically take place. So you make champions, create champions, and after that, these champions choose the projects within their departments, and they assign these projects to the best performing people within their teams, who are designated as the black belts and green belts. And these are guided by the master black belts. Of course, if you choose us, why not? Yeah, you have got the right choice. They're inviting you. So, yeah, shamelessly, I'm going to market myself. Yes, come on. After 2 hours, you're still there. So in that case, you can listen to me and listen to our, it's a little bit of marketing gimmicks as well. Well, so here you have got infrastructure in place. We conduct the training now here. Let's see, this is a European company where we are doing the training. We are convincing the senior management. Senior management is being convinced for this Lean and Six Sigma to go for the Lean and Six Sigma. We played a game there, and based on that, they got convinced. And now, once they are convinced, they would be choosing the projects. They will be nominating the green belts and black belts along with the projects. And once they come, your team name 1, 2, 3. Anti-Muda. And your slogan 1, 2, 3. Green air, go. Okay. And your song 1, 2, 3. Here goes. 1, 2, 3, go. Let's not be mean. Let's go lean. Let's go green. We are the champions. We are the team. Wow. Yay! And your team name 1, 2, 3. Your slogan 1, 2, 3. Together everyone achieves more. Together everyone achieves more. And your song. So now the teams are there and they undergo the training, they do the projects. And once they complete the project, so then they present the project to the senior management and then they get certified. But when you are coming to our training program, then in that case, I do the project with you. We'll give you the project. We'll do the project with you. And then you'll be certified by the end of the training program remotely. But here, well, we have Alex with us, and he has done excellent Lean and Six Sigma projects in National Healthcare Service and in hospitals. So, Alex, would you like to tell us something about it?
Hello, I'm Alex Wells, Head of Service Improvements at the Royal Liverpool University Hospital. I've been really fortunate to present today on how us as a trust are using Lean and Six Sigma principles to deliver better care for our patients. I've presented today on a lot of the work that we've done around how we've improved patient outcomes, reducing mortality, improving length of stay, and also talked about how we can actually realise some financial benefits from that. Over the past 2 years, we've been really fortunate that we've done some good work, and it's actually delivered us £2 million worth of quality efficiencies through delivering better patient care.
So lots of industries like Bang Mustard. Now, yeah, this is also one more I would like to share with you. It impacts the whole company as well.
My name is Mohammed Al-Bayati. I'm the CEO of Napel. Through Anexas, Mr. Amitabh has taught me and more than 1,000 employees of Napel, Six Sigma and Lean processes. This affected our bottom lines by millions of riyals, and it is having a big impact in changing our company from a local company to a regional or multinational company. Thanks to Anexas and Mr. Amitabh. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that was about so many companies we have done, and as I said, like I'm inviting you as well to our training programs, and maybe I'll just show you one more. Yeah, this one maybe that also will give you an idea what kind of impacts generally our clients have.
So I reached out to our operations team and we headed straight here to Formula Rossa, one of the signature rides here at Ferrari World at Abu Dhabi, and we decided to work on how we could increase the reliability of the time it takes to update our queue time boards, because as you know, every minute that guest waits in a queue line is super important.
We had the brainstorming session with the team and we went through a few topics and then we chose the most appropriate one for the course. The chosen topic was Reduce Facilities Management Service Request Closeout Time.
So I was eager to use statistics and data analytics to solve a business challenge. One of the challenges we had is the erosion of the retail per capita spend in Ferrari World Abu Dhabi, and that was my topic.
Well, actually being an HR professional, recruitment lead time has been always a problem across the board. So taking that subject in specific will help me improve onto the recruitment cycle.
So what we had worked on was redesigning the product launch process, which we've now implemented.
We had a discussion within our team and the most critical area that we faced was our closing process. So we decided among ourselves that this is the one that we should go for.
Yeah, the course that we did was a week-long online facilitated course. It was fantastic. It showed us the whole methodology behind Lean Six Sigma, and it also provided a various amount of tools that we could be able to use to improve all of the existing processes that we have here in the park.
Well, it was 1 week training. It was very interesting and always energetic in terms of interaction in the class. Every single day has been different and the knowledge sharing has been remarkable.
This gave us a broader perspective to understand the issues, and it gave us opportunity to do some brainstorming, and we were able to come up with better solutions from a wholesome perspective.
It was a very stimulating experience where we met every day with the colleagues, all very engaged, eager to learn and keen on and willing to actually pause, step back from their day-to-day work to get some new perspectives. So it was really a refreshing exercise.
When an issue comes to us, we try to think about it from a Lean Six Sigma perspective. We try to define the issue, we make a project charter about it, we try to analyze it. So it has changed the perspective of how we look at issues.
Statistics allowed me to understand the root cause of the problem and come up with the very targeted improvement initiatives that we aim at implementing within the year. So every dirham per cap increase would represent 1 million revenue uplifts in a standard year. so the impact can be significant.
Well, this program is in benefit not just for me as a recruiter, but it helps the whole organization in terms of how we can identify issues, how we can look into problems.
So what's really exciting is that since we completed the course and we implemented all of the changes that we worked through, we have 100% seen a decrease in the time that it takes to upload the QTime boards, which is really cool. And one other really exciting thing is that one of the recommendations that the team and I put forward through in our project, for the project I should say, is that has now been funded through the business. So you'll have to watch this space for more. I can't tell you just yet.
I would say satisfaction, quality and experience, and I say that because my project was focused on how we can improve the product launch, so we wanted to get customers satisfied and improve the customer experience. And we wanted to improve the quality of the products that we were issuing to guests and the overall process that we had within the business to launch new products.
I would say that it has definitely brought consistency to the team, awesome efficiency for sure. And the only other word I can kind of think of is it's brought alignment, not only alignment within the department, but with all of our rides here, also alignment within the business and even with our competitors. So it's a win-win.
I think the biggest personal improvement is giving a framework for doing process improvements. I've always worked in customer experience, and so we're always looking for new ways to how we can improve the customer experience, but the training is now given a framework and a methodology to make sure that we can be consistent and using the best practices to do it.
I'd say that while a green belt certified professional learn how to identify variations in a process, the green belt expert would really act as a change agent within the company and lead very complex and large-scale projects. So I would love to.
So see, this is the generic, lots of people talking about Lean Six Sigma implementation, etc. And I'm sure that you have got convinced as well. And if you are, why not first connect with me on LinkedIn now, of course, join my sessions as soon as possible without delay, because if you are doing it today and tomorrow, there are some special discounts for you. And of course, you'll be joining my session very soon. I'll be waiting for you. So with that, any questions, my team can still continue answering the questions. And if some people are facing some administrative difficulties in downloading the certificates, etc., my team is going to talk about it. They will answer your questions. And my team can also, if you want, put up some Lean and Six Sigma in different industries, some videos in case some people want to want to watch that. So on that note, I would like to say goodbye to you. Thanks a lot. Thanks for attending the session, and see you soon in our training programs. Thank you.
How Lean Six Sigma can help in facilities management. What is the facilities management? It comprises of a range of disciplines and services to ensure the functionality, comfort, safety, and efficiency of a built environment like real estate, infrastructure, buildings, and even grounds. Now, Lean Six Sigma can help you by identifying improvement areas in almost all the aspects of facilities management, like real estate and property management. You can help improve operations and maintenance, even materials management, and also you can improve your communications management as well. Now, how is it done? This is done by the employees of the organizations. They are trained as green belts and black belts, and then they are given improvement projects. When these projects are being executed, you identify the major wastes, you mitigate the potential delays, you identify the defects and reworks, and reduce the reworks, control and improve the quality of work, and this is done in almost all areas. Even emergency management and business continuity, environmental stewardship and sustainability, you can improve that as well, and also drastically improve your project management, because a lot of delays in the project implementation can be reduced using Lean and Six Sigma projects. So in various ways, Lean and Six Sigma can help you in facilities management.
Happy learning! Thanks for taking out time to watch this video. To learn more, check out our other videos. Link is given in the description below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and have a great day. For more information you can write to us on co@anexas.net.
Which is better in this industry, Lean? How can you use Lean and Six Sigma in the textile industry? Is it really helpful? Which is better in this industry, Lean or Six Sigma? There are so many questions I have received on the use of Lean and Six Sigma in the textile industry, so I thought of making a video to clarify this. Before explaining the benefits of Lean and Six Sigma, let us discuss some of the problems that occur in the textile industry. These are wastes of raw material and finished goods, shortage in supply of raw material, increase in cost of raw material, power shortage, competition in foreign market, rejections in shipments, manufacturing errors or defects, and so many more. To sum it all, the major problem faced is that the resources are less and the targets are difficult to reach. This is when Lean and Six Sigma comes to the rescue. Both Lean and Six Sigma are applicable. I suggest don't fall into the trap of choosing one over other. Why not have both? Textile being a field dealing with a lot of variations and defects in each process, it is the ideal place for Six Sigma application, and increasing the speed using Lean implementation will make a significant difference. Anexas has implemented Lean and Six Sigma in textiles, fashion houses, export houses, and buying houses, and has achieved the following benefits. We have improved first sample approval percentages while working with the buyers, improved buyer satisfaction levels, increased repeat business, improved supplier evaluation processes, improved merchandiser performance, reduced non-conformances in audits by buyers, reduced business risks, improved processes at the source, including fabric purchase and inspection, stitching, embroidery, packing, and shipping, to reduce rejections at later stages. Elimination of manufacturing errors and defects have been seen in many Lean and Six Sigma improvement projects which we have implemented. We have also reduced the costs, delays, and rejections in the shipments. Here is a case study. Lean Six Sigma follows DMAC, Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve, and Control. In Define phase, we found that annual customer complaints were well over 10%. In Measure phase, major faults that occurred in final product were analyzed by using histogram and Pareto for prioritization, and in Analysis, FMEA tool was used to find out the RPN values for different causes and effects, and actions were taken accordingly. What is FMEA? Well, let me tell about FMEA in short. It is a systematic analysis of potential failure modes aimed at preventing failures or errors. First, the potential failure modes are identified and corrective and preventive actions are taken. Then after the corrective actions are implemented, process is re-evaluated to determine if the result is acceptable. To know more about FMEA, you can see my video on FMEA available on YouTube. In improve phase, various suggestions for improvements were given. Some of the major ones were: proper training was provided to the quality inspector, quality awareness program was conducted for operators and checkers, a suitable quality manual was prepared for the unit, work instructions were developed and issued to each of the departments, quality defect identifiable boards were put up across the departments. Introduction of quality checking systems or formats and constant monitoring by a trained quality inspector brought about drastic reduction in quality defects levels. There was a significant decrease in defects per million opportunities, that is DPMO. So we saw approximately 65.5% reduction in product defects after the quality system was implemented. The process sigma level was improved for both the product types. In percentage terms, there was a jump in process sigma level by 22.48% in the product. Sales of the product also increased by $30,000 per month. In the control phase, we created control charts and control plans to sustain the gains for a long time. I hope you understood the importance of Lean and Six Sigma in the textile industry. With this one case study, we have got many more case studies. For more clarifications, write a mail to enquiry@anexas.net and keep learning.
Happy learning. Thanks for taking out time to watch this video. To learn more, check out our other videos. Link is given in the description below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and have a great day. For more information you can write to us on co@anexas.net.